Right here is the power on and off button. In addition to this, you have the control box or control panel, and right now it's on the tailstock here. You can attach it here, can hang here. There's a little magnet on the back side, and that's nice because you can actually put it here and it'll stay on the rail or wherever you're working. But in addition to the little hook on the tailstock, there's also a hook right here, and it's always close to wherever you are working. So from this you can of course have on and off. This machine does not have it, but you, in addition to this, if you have the VFD, you can decide the speed and also forward and reverse. So this is your control panel, all inclusive, right, like that. Now let's take a look at the spindle. That's one of the really important parts of the machine. If that's no good, if that's inferior, then obviously we're going to be in trouble. I have taken a spindle out of another machine here so I can show you what it looks like inside of the casting. On the back side of the spindle, it's a good dumbbell too. On the back side of the spindle we have double bearings here, and in the front two much larger, also double bearings. In the front here we have a 45 millimeter thread size, 4.5 millimeter pitch, and that's a standard metric size. And we have adapters so that you can make standard chucks and chuck adapters, face plates, and all these things you can make other companies fit on this lathe. Inside, of course, the spindle is hollow. We use both in the headstock and in the tailstock Morse 3 taper. Again, look at this, that's nice. The next thing we meet is the tool rest and the banjo assembly. The machine, as I said earlier, actually comes with two. The only difference is that this one here and then the next one here is the same, identical, but it's much longer so that you can reach around a much larger workpiece. You'll see here that when we loosen this handle here, we can both turn and move the whole assembly up and down the rail. So now we can go ahead here, go to this position, lock this. Now this is locked. And then this handle here, let me show it here, same as this here. And now we can turn and position the tool rest where we want and lock that in place. And here's the tailstock. Again, this is a really heavy piece of cast iron. We have a long reach with it, 6 inches. Which is nice when you use it for drilling. On the front side here, we have the handle that now in this position unlocks it, and we can push it up and down the dovetail way system. And then when we are where we want to be, we lock it like that. And now this is not going anywhere. So now we are on the back of the lathe, and you can see it's a machine surface, and we've done that so that you can actually extend the bed. You could make it as long as you wanted. In fact, if you were spindle turning something, you can take that piece from the front over there and put that over here to extend the capacity of the lathe. You can also buy another extension and of course a whole full section which is going to extend the bed 50 inches for each extension. That's a really nice feature for people who do architectural turning. This pretty much covers the construction methods that we have used in the lathe. There's one thing I didn't say, which is that the bed is actually hollow. It's a tube, and we have these plugs here, and we made these so that we thought that maybe people wanted to put sand in there to make it even heavier. In fact, I have never seen anybody do that, and I really don't think that it is necessary, but the option is there. Okay. Now I will talk about the optional features of the machine, and I will tell you what has gone into the design of those. There's the duplicator, there's the one-pass copier, there is the fluting, where we cut with a router instead of cutting with a bit, and of course the spiral. And I know that this is going to be it will not be all-inclusive because, as I said, this is a work in progress. And just one of the things that I would like to have in the future is I'd love to have a bandsaw up on the copy sled. If I put a bandsaw up there, I can, with using the indexing head, I can make a square, up to 24-sided piece. But one shape that I really like and I would like to see is a triangle, and I can make that easily on the copier. But a triangle with a twist, wouldn't that be something? I think that would be a really neat piece, and I'd like to incorporate that in a piece of furniture. So that's not available yet, and of course the main concern I have here is safety, because a bandsaw has an open cutting tool there, and I don't want to make something that's too dangerous. We'd like to have fun and feel safe at the same time. Anyway, that's it. Now let's get into presenting what the machine can do right now. And by the way, when we expand on the lathe, we will always do our utmost to have the lathe be able to accept that whatever feature it is that we might be coming up with in the future, so that they will also be able to be adapted to older lathes.